Oh, you're good. Hi, everybody. We're going to get started here momentarily. We are coming to you live from the Graham Arena Complex in Rochester, Minnesota, the Fairgrounds. We are in Week 3. Give you a quick panoramic here. On the left side, all the fans and everybody are up here on a catwalk. Only the team's scoring bench and the penalty box are on the far side. And there is a little hospitality heat, not even heated, just enclosed. It is a bit chilly here. And there's a catwalk on the other side of that too. I'll do my best to get action down in this corner. A lot of poles in the hospitality room, which is why I'm not in there. A lot of obstructed views. Got to give you fans the best experience you could get. So. Doing some interruptions tomorrow at 9:45 and then sometime in the afternoon. So. All right, we're playing some hockey here. We have offsides call, 6 seconds in. Hazel and Kaiser on the ice along with Ewing, Heron, and Lambert. Bucs are in red. We are playing CCHA, or no, excuse me, this is St. Mary Point. Not sure where St. Mary Point is. I know there's a kind of a conglomerate of a couple areas up here in Minnesota. I think just suburbs of the Twin Cities area. Hazel with it behind the net, up to Heron at the half wall. Shot from inside, stopped by Kaiser. Sends it across the ice, can't clear it out. St. Mary with it. St. Mary doesn't have a real mascot. It's a letter P. So I'll be saying a lot of St. Mary or Point. Bucs finally clear the zone momentarily before St. Mary. There's a shot and a save by Ford. We'll have a face-off to his right. A bit chilly here in the arena. I wouldn't put it at Dodgeville level yet, but it might be because it's a nice day outside. The inside is not as cold as it probably could be. I can see my breath, so that just gives you an idea of how cold it is in here. I don't see any radiant heaters or anything over the benches either. Walked with it on the far side, loses it at point. Main sends it in behind the net. Walker along the near boards with Teese. And walked. Burns is also there. Puck still up along the near boards. Tice keeps it in, over to Walked on the far side. Loses it into the corner. Jensen backhand, Maine can't get to it. St. Mary's clears out to center ice, gathered up by Cole Tice. Over to West Main. Evan Burke off the bench. Walker sends it in. Stopped by St. Mary. Reckhemper back over to Hentz. Goes over his stick. Met at the half wall in front of the benches. St. Mary come out with it. Centering pass. Shot misses wide of the net right. Gathered up by Reckhemper. Reckhemper up to Benning. Sent back in by St. Mary's. Cam Hentz there. Pass to Shizzle, can't clear the zone. There's a shot and a glove save by Ford. Held up. Puck cleared out. Going to get an icing call. Bring it back to the other end. Shot saved by Ford. A rebound put into the net. And St. Mary's goes up 1-0 here in the first period. Face-off win by St. Mary. Shot from the slot. Ford made the initial save. Rebound. Player on the backside pushed it in. Hazel to Ewing. This is it at center ice. Shot blocked by Ewing. Clears the zone out. St. Mary point retrieving. Sends it in to the near side. Centering pass. Goes all the way to the half wall. Heron there to retrieve. Pass behind Lambert. Kaiser to Heron. Backhands to center ice. Gathered by St. Mary point. They attack the zone. There's a shot blocked by Hazel. Hazel over to Heron in front of his bench. Tries to flick it on. Hits St. Mary point. Kaiser clears the zone off at Ewing. Right to St. Mary point player. Bucs just get no possession. A lot of one-stick pass here. Another point sends it in behind the end line. Gathered by Hazel. Lambert met at the blue line. Puck clears the zone. St. Mary point sends it in as they have fresh legs from the change. Kaiser dispossessed at center ice, gathered by St. Mary point. It's a high shot played in the air behind the net. Puck is caught in the back of the net. We'll have a face-off with 8:31 to go here in the first. Shot kicked out by Ford, rebound right to a St. Mary player in front of the net, and they put another one in. Ford made the initial kick save. And nobody was covering the backside. Bucs trail 2-0. Shot up. It's a high stick. High stick. Puck tipped in over the goal. Over the goal. Three nothing Bucs trail. We have a penalty coming against St. Mary Point for roughing. Bucs are going to go on a power play, and that's right now the best thing that's happened to them right now. Still looking for their first shot on goal, looking for their first possession. Ray Kemper at the top of the seat. There's a shot. Glove saved by the goalie and held. Walked in front of the net. Ray Kemper loses it at the point. St. Mary Point drives it in. Icing's wiped off. Puck played around the corner by St. Mary. Clears the zone. Burke. Slides with the puck along the near side. Gets up over to Shizzle. Shizzle with it. Passes before the blue line. We get an offsides. Good opportunity for Shizzle. Just keep going down the near side. Get into the zone. Minute 3 to go here in the period. Or excuse me, on power play. 7:14 to go in the period. Bucs down early, 3-0. Puck to center ice, gathered by Hazel. Back to Heron. Heron can't field it cleanly. Ewing with it. Carries into the attacking zone, out to the near wall. Stops, turns. Kaiser gives chase to the far side. Gets the stick in. Good save by Ford with the stick. Knocked it away, 15 to go. Shot by St. Mary Point. Mrs. White. Heron gathers behind the zone net. And take it through neutral ice. Into the attacking zone. Penalty kill. Penalty is over. Lambert pressuring against the boards. St. Mary's still with it. Slap shot, top of the circle. Rebound away. Kaiser square into the boards. Defends into a point player. Lambert with it now. Hazel with it. He's going to take it himself. Takes a shot. Front of the net. Bucs are changing behind the play. Walk pokes it away. Puck is loose in the middle, gathered by Point. Walk to Walker. He can't control the pass. Bounces off the wall. St. Mary Point with it, their own end. Backhands it out to Wacht. Walker with it behind the net. Backhands to Maine. Walked up against the corner. Puck comes free to Burns. We get an offsides. Face off in the neutral zone. 4:23 left to go in the first period. Bucs trail 3-0. Burke with it. Shot never gets to the net. Gathered by St. Mary. Shizzle centers it. Puck is loose. Burke is there. And St. Mary Point has an issue with it. That would be a penalty in Iowa. Going after him. Nonetheless, face off to the right of the goalie. Red Camper at the high slot, hits a stick on the way through. Shizzle can't gather it into the corner. St. Mary going through the neutral zone. Puck off the back wall, gathered by Red Kemper. Comes out behind his net. Shizzle flicks it out of the zone. St. Mary Point clears it. Burke gets in the way of that pass, goes up along the far wall in front of the penalty bench. Boys are having trouble handling the puck. Receiving passes, just simple. Puck on stick. Benning right below us. Shot up to Shizzle, center ice. It's got a 1-on-2, carries the zone. Bucs changing behind the play. St. Mary Point with it. Carries it into the attacking zone. Hazel there with the poke check. Intercepted by Shizzle, backhands it, doesn't clear the zone. Shot in on net, misses wide. Kaiser mishandles it. Shizzle there. Pass intercepted by St. Mary's. There's a shot covered up by Ford. Held for a face off. A little over 2 to go here in the first period. Bucs trail 3-0. Lambert clears the zone. Okay, offsides. Face off one by St. Mary, pushed into the zone. Hazel clears to Lambert. Lambert's pass behind Heron to Kaiser. Chipped it up to Heron. Gets through. Backhand clears the zone. Icing is going to be the call. We'll go down to the far end. Main in the corner with it. Shot to walked in front. Was under his stick. St. Mary point with it through the neutral zone. Walker picks up the puck. Burns over to Teese. Diagonal pass intercepted by St. Mary. Walker tries a snapshot from the blue line to get a change. Walked pressure Main over there in the corner. Tries to get it centered. St. Mary there. Under 30 to go here in the first period. Benning, heavy pressure on the near boards. Tice clears the zone. 10 seconds to go. No ice. 3 seconds. This period's going to end with St. Mary 3, Bucs 0. We'll be back in just a minute for the start of the second. Back here for the start of the second period. Bucs are trailing 3-0 in this first matchup. See what adjustments can be made here by the Bucs to get something on the board. Still plenty of time left, but you got to get the first one and you got to get pressure. And right now, the Bucs don't have any of that. Offsides is the call. Face off here at center ice, neutral ice. Right in front of St. Mary point bench. Hence with it, hits a St. Mary player on the way out. Benning back to retrieve behind the end line. Tries to get it up net to Burt. Just clears the zone. St. Mary back in. We got a delayed penalty call here. Tripping is going to be a call. Bucs are going to go on another power play. 0 for 1 so far today. Power plays. Lambert, Herring, Ewing, Hazel, and Kaiser out on the ice. Ewing wins it back to Herring. Herring whiffs it. Taken away by St. Mary. Right through the slot, takes a shot, deflected wide. St. Mary point overskated it, otherwise they would have had another goal. Herring with it. Takes a shot from the slot, blocked in front by the goalie. Pushed off to the side, gathered up behind. Ewing tries to gather the puck. St. Mary's still with it in the corner. Go, go, let's go. Clear the zone here. Long pass to Herring on the far side. Takes a shot, deflects wide of the net, into the far corner. Herring in front of the net. Lambert retrieves pass to neither one. Hazel tries a shot from the point. Herring pressures along back wall, seals the puck. No icing going to be the call as it went under Hazel's stick. They're saying he was able to play it. Pass up to Walked. Walked in main. There's a shot low by Walked, deflected back to him. Walked behind the net. Walker keeps it in. Centering past Main. Behind him, wasn't expecting it. Walked with it. Plays it back. Gonna get an icing call and come back the other way. 1 second to go on the power play with this face-off. Bucs with a few more opportunities, but nothing real quality. Nothing dangerous, at least. All of them have been from distance. Walked with it in the circle, gets tripped. Icing call again. Waved icing off when we were the whole face-off circle away. Pass up to Main at center ice, taken on by 2 St. Mary. Puck working its way along the far boards behind the net. Finally comes out to the point. St. Mary with it, front of the net. Backhand shot in, and then St. Mary puts another one up. 4-0 now, St. Mary over the Bucs. Shot blocked by Hentz. Ray Kemper with it, sends it up to Burke into the far corner. St. Mary clears it through the neutral zone into the attacking zone. Stick handles away into the corner. Shizzle and Hentz there. Rick Emper pressures behind end line. Puck in front, gathered by Hentz. Hentz goes to the middle. Shot kicked wide by Ford. Back in. Shot goal. Backside again. St. Mary puts it in. Blocked by Kaiser in front of the net, gathered by Burke. Coming around up to the neutral zone. Kicks it ahead, back to Kaiser. Elbow to the head. Bucs are going to get a delayed penalty called against him here for roughing. Doesn't matter, St. Mary's scores go up 6-0. Call the elbow to the head. Discussing how to put this into the game sheet. It was a delayed penalty. St. Mary scored on it. We have 2 penalties here. One of them has to sit. Call the first one. The Bucs are going to go on a penalty kill. Apparently there were 2 penalties called. Since there were 2 penalties, only one of them gets canceled out by the goal. Maybe an offsides call. A lot going on here. Got icing call. Going to go back to the other end in front of Uriah on this penalty kill. Shot in front of the net. A high slot goes up over the net, hits the glass along the end wall. Here and there pressuring. Hence with the shoulder over to Heron. Heron tries to clear it out. Kept in by a skate. Blocked by Hentz in front of the net. Carried out. Lambert and Hentz, both of them are there. Neither one takes it. Puck is dumped by Burns. Hentz met at the blue line. Puck squirts behind the net. Heron gathers briefly. There's a shot, goes all the way back through a couple St. Mary's. There's a shot wide of the net. Deflected in front. Heron pushes it to the corner. Pass clears the zone. Penalty is over. Icing call. Looks like there was an icing call. Very lopsided game today. 6-0 is the score. Bucs have had minimal sustained pressure of any sort of possession of the puck. Tease with the shot from the high slot. Eaten up by the goalie. Going to get a face-off here. Thank you. Bucs are going to get another power play here. Walked for the face-off. Shot never gets to the net. Rick Kemper with it. Tries to dump it in deep. Injured Buck down along the near boards. Not sure who we got there. Got a broken stick along with it. Looks to be Colt Heiss, the injured Buck. Offsides was the original call before the stoppage. the shot pushed away by St. Mary. Into the corner. Hazel there. Shot to Main in front. There's a slot blocked before it got to the net. Kaiser's shot blocked away by the goalie. There's a shot deflected in front. Main can't get it on his stick. He was there for the rebound, just couldn't get it on his stick. Hazel's shot from the point stopped in front. Shot wide of the net by St. Mary. Centering pass deflects over to the near boards. Kaiser tips it up ahead. Shot deflected in front, St. Mary's. Another shot wide. Benning with it, tries to clear the zone. Offsides will be the call. St. Mary was changing under 4 to go here in the period. 6-0 is the score. St. Mary on top. Puck cleared to Shizzle. Loses the skate. Hands back. Misplays the puck. Loses it up against the end boards. And there to retrieve over Benning. Shot in front. Good save by Ford. Puck is loose in front of the net still. Shot blocked. Couldn't tell if that was Cam or Uriah, but blocked off to the side. Burke with it. Benning now with it up to Burke. Shot hits the post. Comes along the far side. Long pass intercepted by St. Mary. Shipped ahead to Shizzle. Shot hits him. Heron up to Burke. Burke injured up against the far boards. Looks like his knee hit the board from what I saw. Little help. Burke's under the bench. Red changes lines here. Kaiser and Red Kemper out. Burns and Ewing and Lambert. Red Kemper, shot from the point, goes behind the net. Burns can't get a stick on it. Kaiser tries to send it back around. Deflected by Lambert. Good opportunity there by the Bucs. Hits the goalie right in the gut though. Covers it up. Clearing pass blocked by St. Mary. Shot gobbled up by Ford. Held on for a face-off. Minute 43 left to go in the second period. Whole period to go after this. Bucs looking for anything to get going. We've got too many. There's a shot from the point and in the net. Uriah did not get down fast enough to stop that one. Not sure if you didn't see it in time. Nonetheless, it's now 7-0. St. Mary. A minute 40 to go in the second period. Walked with through neutral zone. There's in the end line. Tries the centering pass. Walker there. Walks in front for Maine. Maine, I don't know if he didn't get all of the shot on that. St. Mary player looked like he stopped his stick mid-shot. St. Mary with another shot, gloved by Ford. Frozen for a face-off. As we go under a minute to go. Maine in the corner. Walker dispossesses St. Mary player. Hence pays for it. Hence without a stick right now. Shot eaten up by Ford. Another face-off with 17 to go. Can't drop the puck. Shot deflected high up behind the net. Hence. Over to walked. Puck still loose in front. And that's going to do it for the end of the second period. Bucs give up 4 more. Go down 7-0. We'll be back in just a moment for the final period. Back for the start of the third period. Bucs are trailing 7-0 in what has been a complete lopsided affair against St. Mary Point. Bucs have had trouble with possession the entire game. Sticks on pucks, passes, handling pretty much anything. See what happens here in the third period. Add another shot on goal for the St. Mary point. Burke in the corner with Ray Kemper. There's the zone in front of the Buck bench. Benning and Chisel. Chisel shot over the net. Flecked in front by Teese to the far wall. Shot in on net, rebound to the corner. Reckamper there, Chisel the half wall, can't get it out of the zone. Plays it in deep behind the net. Centering pass stopped and blocked by Ford before he covers it up. St. Mary in the slot, shot misses left of the net. Gathered in the corner. Ewing there with Hentz. Ewing plays it around the boards. St. Mary there to intercept. Shot, we're going to get an icing call. Why don't you wave that one off? Lambert back to Hentz. Hentz plays it along the boards. St. Mary keeps it in. Pass over the stick. Heron back to retrieve along with St. Mary. Lambert over skates. Heron blocks the shot. Over skating, backhand shot in front of the net. And puck goes in. 8-0. We have Eli Sickles in net now this period. Running clock now. St. Mary point just shuts, goes into the nets. Eli sliding to his right, and the puck went in through the left. It's a shot gobbled up by Eli. Just over 9 to go here. Diagonal pass over to Walker. Walker takes it into the offensive zone. Bullied along the near boards, taken away by the point. Kaiser loses it. Shot, good save by Sickles. Tie up over the glass in front of the bench. Walk can't get a whole stick on it, a whole blade. Hazel there. Puck clears the zone. The offside's right in front of us. Clears the zone at the point. Benning there, pressuring. Reckhemper takes it from his own blue line, plays it ahead. Gathered up by the point. Around. Puck is still loose in front of the net. Puck loose on the side of the net. A lot of action. Puck still just bouncing around. Finally cleared up the boards by Tice. Gathered by St. Mary. Shot, glove by Eli. Sickles. Frozen. We go under 6.5 to go in the game. This first game has not been something to write home about for the Bucs, but we can learn from it. Puck in the corner, Heron, diagonal pass to Burns. Can't get a stick on it, but it clears the zone. Ewing there. Lambert with it. Ewing tried to clear it in. Ewing pokes it away. Lambert's going to have an opportunity. Takes a shot. Saved by the goalie. Tried to go near posts. Pinched inside, stolen by Heron. Puck didn't clear the zone. Shot pushed into the corner by Ewing. Cleared around the boards. Nobody on that side for the Bucs. Good action in front of the net by Sickles. Pushes it away to the side. Heron tries to clear to the point. Now we've got 3 Bucs going after the puck. Hence Lambert. Here comes Burns. Hence, Ewing into the corner. Burns up to Lambert. Shot goes in. Boston's going to get an icing call. There's nobody in front. Real short post game here. So 4 minutes to go in the game. St. Mary's still with it. Bucs can't clear the zone. Hazel hits it behind the net. Still pressuring. Puck clears the zone. We're good. No icing. Walker tries to line up a shot, gets it poked away. Kaiser with it at the point, sends it in on net. Gloved by the goalie and held for a face-off. "12 shots on goal might be a little generous, but it is what it is in this game. Puck squirts free to the neutral zone. Walker there to pressure. Puck played in deep. Kaiser back to retrieve. Tries to wrap around, can't get it. Sickles with the glove. Back end. Goes in the net. Centering pass high up in the air. Sickles tried to glove it. Brought down. Backhanded into the net on the backside, which is the theme of today's game. No backside net presence. Shot high, hits Sickles in the face, bounces out to the blue line. Burke with it, along with Benning. Burke tries to send it in deep. Chisel pressures. Tice tries to keep it in, can't do it. Puck is loose. Shot gloved by Sickles. And we're going to get probably one more face-off here. Maybe two. But icing is the call. We're going to waste another 10-15 seconds here. "30 seconds left to go here in the game. Bucs are trailing 10-0. We do have our next game tomorrow morning at 9:45 a.m. Those of you that are subscribers will get a link when that game starts, just because I will not be here for that one. We'll do it just direct from a phone, no commentary and the like, but there's the last shot there, and we're going to let the clock run out here. This one's going to end 10-0 as they set up for the face-off. Not going to have any time, and that'll do it. From Rochester, not the result we wanted or were expecting after the long layoff. But these kids will warm it up, and we'll go back at it again tomorrow morning, 9:45. Subscribe to the channel so you can get that link of when we go live. It will be just from a phone. Since I won't be here, somebody else will be doing it. So until then, have a great Friday. We will see you all tomorrow.